Hello everyone, and welcome to this video on the upcoming new moon in Aries. This is happening March 24th and it is marking the beginning of a new cycle. We recently had the sun moving into Aries, which begins the new astrological year, and this new moon is the first new moon of this new astrological year, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac, and it teaches us so much about being in our power, what it means to lead, what it means to unleash our warrior spirit, to rise above any obstacles that come our way. So there's a lot of interesting shifts, interesting changes that are unfolding with this. And when I really tune into the energy, feel into the energy around this new moon, it really is opening up a new path for you, and a new you is emerging, a new identity. And it's a very powerful time because in many ways we are in the midst of that transformation right now, and Aries begins the journey. So it's not where the journey ends, it is the beginning of a new journey. So say hello if you're joining. Feel free to share below as well your intentions for this new moon. New moons are beautiful opportunities to set your intentions around what you're creating, what you're manifesting, what you want to call into your experience, and especially where this is marking such an important new cycle that we are stepping into, I really invite you to feel into, how do I now choose to show up? What do I believe to be true about myself and the world? What energy do I choose to tap into? And really feeling into how we can in any moment choose love or fear. And I talked about this in a recent masterclass training that I did as well. If you missed that, I'm going to be uploading all the Facebook videos to YouTube, so hop on over to my YouTube channel if you want to check any of those out. But in the last masterclass training, I talked about in everything we do, it's coming from a space of love or it's coming from a space of fear. And it's not so much the action itself, it's the energy behind the action that really determines how it all plays out and how we feel in the process. And this new moon is bringing that into the spotlight as well. And it's that beautiful opportunity to allow that energy of love to be greater than fear. And when we tap into that, when we are taking action from that space of love, we feel more supported by the universe. We're able to think more clearly. We're connected to our intuition, and we have the courage to take action and move forward. Because cosmically right now, there is a lot of cardinal energy, especially around this new moon. And cardinal energy is about initiation, it is about action, it is about moving forward and doing something different than we've done in the past. So I want to dive into all of this. I've got my charts pulled up on the side. There's a few things we're really going to hone in on. Of course, the new moon energy being the most important, but some of the other shifts that are playing out in the cosmos as well. So say hi if you're jumping in, share with me your intentions, what you're creating right now. So great to have you here. Hello Karen, hello Nancy and Ashley, hello Brittany, hello Tracy, welcome, hello Erica. Always love to greet everyone as they come in, really good to have you. So the Aries energy, let's start there. The Aries energy, the Aries archetype. Regardless of whether you are an Aries or not, or if you know where this placement is in your chart, as a collective, we are feeling into the energy of Aries around this new moon and all of the things that it has to teach us. So as the first sign of the zodiac, it is the leader. So right now we are really being called to look at how we lead ourselves. In difficult and challenging times, that is so important. And Aries teaches us to take our power back. So we give our power away to other situations and other people when we allow them to control how we feel. And it feels very uncomfortable when we do that, and it puts us in a disempowered space. So this new moon is that invitation to look at, how do I lead myself? Am I staying grounded in my power? How am I choosing to feel despite what's happening around me? And really looking at in your own life as well, where you can draw on deeper levels of courage to move forward toward your vision, even when it feels scary. Because this idea of a new you emerging, This is a new cycle. This is an energetic reset. And there's been so much happening with these planetary shifts where we're releasing and letting go of old paradigms. We're really seeing that play out with Saturn and Pluto. And if you've been following my videos for a while, or you remember back to some of my videos in January when we had that powerful Saturn-Pluto conjunction come exact in the sign of Capricorn, where many astrologers were talking about the breakdown of old paradigms, old ways of dealing with career, money, patriarchal structures, all those things breaking down to rebuild something new. And that's what Saturn and Pluto do, especially the Pluto energy. It's like, what do I need to release? What do I need to let go of? What isn't working so I can emerge into my power more strongly than ever before? And the universe is always fully working to support us, and it's really trusting that. Even when we see these cosmic shifts, we trust if the universe has our back. When things fade away, it means it served its purpose and something better is rising. Something better is going to come about as a result of it. So we're really seeing that shift. And at the time of the new moon, we have Mars and Pluto meeting up in the sign of Capricorn. So we're seeing this energy of Pluto, of transformation, a death and rebirth, a releasing of what isn't working to rise again. And we're seeing the energy of Mars play out, which is that desire to move forward in creating something new in our life. It's that fiery energy. Mars is the ruler of Aries. So it's very interesting how we have these energies coming together, because Aries is helping us to really get strong in who we are, how we show up, how we lead, how we stand in our power, and really remembering that our energy, our actions influence the energy of the collective. And Capricorn is more that energy of the collective. It's those changes that we're seeing in society and the paradigm shifts and the changes in the structures that are unfolding right now. And the Aries energy reminds us that each and every one of us is so important in how it all plays out. We all play a role on how we choose to show up and what we choose to talk about, even what we choose to share online. That's all part of the collective energy. And that's one of the shifts that we're stepping into as well, is really recognize the power that each of us hold in our energy and how other people can feel that. How having an energy that, of course, can be positive, but more deeply and important than that is connected to the energy of love, connected to the energy of well-being. That's magnetic, and that influences the world in such a beautiful, positive way. And this new moon, we're really feeling into that. Aries teaching us the importance of who we are, how we show up, where we've allowed fear to be bigger than our vision, where we've held back because of fear, and choosing to step up and make a difference and trust that influences the world around us. And I love how I'm seeing as well just more and more people, more and more light workers and healers who have a message they know they're here to share with the world, stepping up and sharing it right now. It's like we're at a time collectively where we are recognizing fear can no longer hold us back. Like a fear of being visible or a fear of what other people will think. Those aren't good enough reasons to not show up and share our message and share our truth. And really trusting that those desires that are placed in our heart, the things we want to share with the world, are meant to be shared, they're meant to be heard, and there's someone who needs that. There's someone who needs to hear that. So it's really beautiful to see that shift unfolding. And that's going to continue, more and more people stepping up. And so we are seeing those collective shifts. In the masterclass series, I really talked about this as well, how at this time we're in the middle of that transformation. So this new cycle is opening up collectively as well as in our own life, a new path emerging. We're not quite sure how it's all going to play out, but we can have faith that we are ascending. We are ascending, we are shifting into higher energies, higher vibrations, and we're moving in the direction we are meant to go. We're seeing that in the astrology charts too. I'm going to dive into that in a second here, but I just want to check in and see some events. And if you're just jumping in now, try this out. If you know there's people in your life who could benefit from this message or who enjoy astrology and are sensitive to these lunar shifts that we experience. Nancy, I am completely allowing who I am to be out there. Yes, no more hiding or being concerned if they will be surprised or scared. I love it. I'm over it. I'm here and present and so activated. Beautiful. And I'm feeling that energy. And you know what? That's the Aries energy too. It's about finding that courage and strength within us to lead ourselves, to step up. And the new moon is going to be exact on the 24th, and I believe it's really early in the morning, 5:30 a.m. Eastern. So we're really going to feel that surge with these cosmic shifts unfolding. Ariella, this past week I fully opened my gift as a healer, and now I've had 3 people ask for help in 48 hours. So for me, I see the universe giving me my purpose. Beautiful. Absolutely. I love that. It's so needed right now. Like, we all have a unique way in which we share our message, and there's somebody that's going to just receive it from you. The way you word it, the way your energy is, they're meant to receive it from you. So more and more people stepping up. Okay, let me feel into these charts here. So that's the Aries energy. And this, okay, so I want to just mention this too, because this is interesting with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction that was exact. Now it's still, they're close, but Saturn's moving on at the time of the new moon. Actually, just on the 21st, it moved into Aquarius, but that conjunction that we had, that was the first time in 35 years we've had Saturn and Pluto meet up like that in Capricorn. So just incredible to see like these new shifts. It really is a new world that we are stepping into. And that's why it can feel unknown for a lot of us. It's like it's new territory. But for so many, I feel we know in our heart, like this is the direction we are being called to go. And trusting that in the midst of these changes, this is meant to be, the old is breaking down to bring rise to the new paradigms. Okay, so this is an interesting aspect here. So we've got, what makes it a new moon is when the sun and moon are conjunct. That's how we know it's a new moon. And right now we've got the sun and the moon and Chiron, the wounded healer, conjunct this new moon as well. And it's forming a square over to the north node. So this again is really suggesting it's a new path. So the north node in astrology represents our life path and purpose and where we are being called toward. So in your unique birth chart, you have your north node in a certain zodiac sign, in a certain house, making certain aspects with the other planets, and that gives a glimpse into your life path and your life purpose. And collectively, the north node right now is in the sign of Cancer, which is the divine feminine. It is the mother archetype, and it's directly interacting with this new moon. So it feeds into that storyline of this is a new path. This is a new beginning. And part of that is an awakening as a collective to the goddess energy, the divine feminine energy. And we're seeing that where more people are having the time to step back and really nourish themselves, nourish their spirit, just slow down a little bit and really ask, what are my core values? What really matters most to me? And having the time and the opportunity to really reflect on those things and align more deeply to your unique path where you are being called to go. And doing that doesn't mean you have to know all the details, how it's all going to play out. It just simply means you tune in and ask yourself, what's the message I'm being called to share? What lights me up? What brings me joy? And just feeling into that, what feels most in alignment to me. And this new moon can really help bring clarity to that as well. So yeah, I love there's kind of like 2 messages coming in around that. We're redirecting to a new path, a new version of ourselves is emerging, a new identity, and we're just kind of getting used to what that looks like, what it's all about. But then it's also the emergence of the divine feminine, which of course has been on the rise, and we've seen that throughout the North Node being in the sign of Cancer. Even throughout the past year, we really saw that coming through more strongly, and really feeling that at its peak right now, of how we are balancing the divine masculine and feminine energies in our own personal life, but also as a collective. And it's definitely highlighted at the time of this new moon. So that's a big theme coming through. Okay, let me feel into what else is jumping out for me at this chart, and let me know if this is resonating. If you're jumping in now, say hi so I can welcome you in, and feel free to share your intentions. What are you creating? What are you manifesting in this new moon energy? And with all the changes unfolding right now, it is so important that you don't put aside those desires and you really focus in on what is it that I desire for my life, and really claim that. So key. Okay, so this is an interesting aspect as well. So we've got Mercury in Pisces right now, Mercury, the communication planet, and it's trining the North Node and sextiling Uranus and Taurus. So the North Node is coming into play again here. The North Node being that life path, Mercury being communication, our mindset. Our mindset around so many things is elevating as well. Old fear-based thinking may be coming to the surface. We're seeing shadows coming up and emerging, but in order to be healed and released. So we are really beginning to shift away from any collective mentality around lack and scarcity, or that we need to be in the energy of fear in order to be prepared for things. So again, it may seem those things are coming up or being amplified, but that's happening so we can be aware of it as a collective and choose again. Choose a new path, choose a new way of doing things. So that's really interesting. And then with this sextile with Uranus and Taurus, we're really looking at our core value system individually and collectively. What have we valued, and is that actually working out for us? Or do we need to re-examine what those core values are and bring some energetic shifts to them, so we are really feeling supported and we are ultimately working toward what is in our highest and best good. So lots of powerful things on the go here. All right, Teresa is stepping into her purpose, helping others share their stories and their truths. Beautiful. So needed. I love that. Hello, how are you? Jillian, hello. So let me know, is this resonating? Are you feeling this? Are you feeling the shifts? And at the time of the new moon, really go within. For me, I'm such a feeling-based person, so I can feel these energies. So feel into that Aries energy that's activating within you, your strength, your power, your courage, inviting you to lead. And Aries reminds us, this archetype, that we all have that ability to lead within us. And we need to be very aware of what the energy we are putting out into the world, but also what we're choosing to take on and invite into our energy field. So beautiful, beautiful shifts happening around that. Okay. So Jupiter in Capricorn, I want to touch on this as well, because I think Jupiter traveling throughout Capricorn right now is very important. It's a big theme this year. So Jupiter is the good luck planet. It brings us blessings. It is an amplifier. And what I've noticed from doing readings and helping people understand their unique astrology is that Jupiter also places a spotlight on what isn't working, but then it helps us adjust it very quickly. So with Saturn and Pluto, we see longer term change unfolding. With Jupiter, it often gives us this ability to really hone in on what we want to change and alter in our life, make those changes, and receive the blessings as a result. So Jupiter in Capricorn, really placing that spotlight again around old patriarchal structures, what needs to be shifted around that so we can all thrive, so we can all benefit. But the thing to keep in mind with Jupiter is that it is suggesting in all of this really positive things unfolding, really positive energy coming through, and reminding us that how we show up, the energy we embody in the midst of a transformation at any point in our life will determine how we come out of it, what it looks like on the other side of it. And it also invites us to stay optimistic, to really be aware of where we are directing our focus and mindset. So really beautiful energies coming in there. Super powerful as well. And with the recent shift of Saturn in Aquarius, we are seeing more people coming together as a collective. We're going to see really incredible changes in technology, maybe even artificial intelligence. Saturn in Aquarius is all about progression. So whatever it is, it's going to be moving us, moving us forward, not going backwards, truly just moving forward with the things we really truly want and the things we desire. And because it's the energy of Aquarius, there is a social collective aspect to it. And that's so important to keep in mind during these times, is not isolating. Well, physically, we do need to be isolating right now, but not energetically, not emotionally. We want to not just be thinking about ourselves, but thinking about how our actions affect the collective. And that's so true, how our energy and our actions are not just influencing our life, but are influencing the collective. And this new moon highlights that as well. It reminds us that while we are a unique expression of the universe, a unique expression of divine energy, what we do also has an impact on the people around us and on the collective. And we're really feeling into what that means and what it means to be responsible in that. So let me know if this is resonating. It's coming up for you. Hello, Kat. Great to have you here. Yes, you're going to have the replay up for sure. You're an Aries sun. Beautiful. It's your solar return season. Love it. All right. So yeah, let me know your takeaways around this. What is coming through? Set those new moon intentions. Feel into the excitement of a new path that is emerging. And remember your excitement and that choice you make to tap into the energy of love, to tap into your vision and allow that to be prominent, more so than the energy of fear. It will shift your life. It will shift the collective energy right now. So really powerful. If you want to check out the rest of the masterclass trainings I did, head on over to my YouTube. I have one more video to upload, but there's 2 up there right now, and I'm in the process of working on a nighttime meditation as well. And for anyone that wants to go deeper, I do have my Cosmic Activation program open right now, which is one-on-one work together in the space of the Akashic Records, where we will recalibrate your energy to its highest potential. So during this time of ascension where you're releasing a lot, we all are, work in the Akashic Records will help you release any old dense energy with ease and help your nervous system and your body integrate these new codes that are coming in, and really help you work in alignment with your physical body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, so you can be fully connected to the message you're meant to share with the world right now, reaching the people who need your message, all that goodness. The Cosmic Activation also involves work with your astrology. So we'll really dive into your chart and all the changes that I mentioned today, that big focus on Saturn and Pluto and Mars, Jupiter, all of that, that's activating your unique birth chart in a special way as well. And just as we're seeing these changes collectively, individually, this is influencing you too. You all have your own personal storyline that's emerging within this as well. So in the Cosmic Activation, we'll dive into your birth chart, your astrology, to explore that and help you work with that in its highest potential to manifest your goals, to tap into that energy of well-being and abundance in all of its forms. So message if you want more details on that, and we can definitely chat about it. Just reading this comment here. Thank you, Nancy. Your goddess energy is beaming. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone who joined today, for all your comments, all your love, all your support. It means so much to me. Enjoy this new moon energy. Sending so much love your way, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.